Tyson Fury has fights coming up with Francis Ngannou and Alexander Usyk, but Anthony Joshua thinks that he's ducking a fight with him. Tyson Fury has seemingly been turning down a fight with Anthony for quite some time, and Eddie Hearn doesn't understand why, considering the amount of money he'd make. Eddie stated, Fury said he's not interested in Undisputed and that he thinks Usyk is rubbish. He said he's only interested in the big boys, but who are the big boys? If it's not Usyk and AJ, who is it? They are two massive fights. It frustrates me because if Fury beats Usyk and AJ, he goes down as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. He will have beaten Klitschko, Wilder, AJ, and Usyk, and it's massive money for both fights. It's not like the money is bad for those fights. I don't get it. I'll never get it. I've been watching At Home with the Furies to try to understand him, but I have not cracked it yet. Anthony Joshua doesn't understand how people can class Tyson Fury as the greatest heavyweight of all time considering his resume, and he stated, Fury was apparently the greatest of all time, and I know for a fact, from a historical point of view, there is no way he can be classed as the greatest of all time. Just from a resume point of view, a world title defenses point of view, there's no way. It's just crazy. I can go and fight Deontay Wilder and they'll say, right, he fought champions, he fought former champions, he fought the best the heavyweight division had to offer in his era. But yeah, he's a bum. We don't really respect him. One thing I find interesting when it comes to me is it's Anthony Joshua versus this one, Anthony Joshua versus that one, Anthony Joshua versus that one, Fury versus whoever he wants. Wilder sits silent for 2 years after he fought Helenius, but I've got to fight everyone. Tyson Fury didn't seem too upset when the contract negotiations came to an end, but he blames Anthony for the fight not happening.
Well guys, it's official. D-Day has come and gone. It's gone past 5 o'clock Monday. No contract has been signed. It's officially over for Joshua. He's now out in the cold with the wolf. Forget about it. Idiot. Coward. Always knew you didn't have the minerals to fight the Gypsy King. Good luck with your career and your life. End of. Peace out.
Manuel Charr believes that Anthony is broken and names a few opponents he thinks AJ isn't able to fight. Manuel stated, right now Joshua is mentally broken, you can see that. Against Andy Ruiz Jr., when he got first knocked out, 2 losses against Usyk, he looked broken. He needs time. He's not ready for Fury. He needs 5 or 6 easy fights to get back to himself. If he fights Wilder next, he can stop boxing after that. He's not ready for Wilder or Fury and not ready for me. There was one point in time when Tyson felt like he needed the AJ fight before he retired.
There's always been though, like, I don't think I can retire today because I need that Joshua fight. We have been trying to make that fight for years, right?
Why do you need that fight?
Because it's like, it's the fight that people want to see. It's the fight that I want to see as a boxing fan.
But then there'll be, oh, I need Joshua too, because the result he wasn't happy with or I wasn't happy with it. I just fear there'll always be an Anthony Joshua.
I've already said that. They'll all, like the Roman general said, and we beat everybody now. He said, yeah, there'll always be somebody else. In the beginning of the Gladiator movie.
Yeah.
Remember it?
Yeah, yeah.
Where he goes, we've conquered the world. And he goes, there'll always be somebody else to fight. There'll always be another war.
Yeah.
And it's going to be somebody else. Like before, for the last 4 or 5 years, there's been this 3-headed monster. Me, Wilder, Joshua. Joshua and Wilder have been slain, and I'm the last one standing. All of a sudden, you've got some new people.
Tyson claims that his change of mind came after AJ lost his belts, and he says that's why he's taking the Francis fight instead. Tyson stated, AJ's been beat now. I was interested when he was a virgin, when he was a test. We want big fights and this, that, or the other, but who are you? You don't have any belts anymore. You don't have anything to give. I'm not interested in doing the biggest fights, the most money, the most glamour. This is why I'm going to Saudi to fight Francis Ngannou. AJ claimed that the ball was always in Tyson's court, though.
Who did the fans want?
You heard that, they said Fury.
They said Fury, yeah? Well, the ball's in his court. I would 100% be honored to compete for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. I stand here and I say that proudly, that would be an honor. So wherever you are, if you're listening, You know my management, you know my promoter. We've had dialect before, so let's continue this and hopefully we can get this on sooner than later. We ain't getting any younger. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I can't wait to get back to Texas, develop and push on because there's a bigger fight. You know how one fight leads on to another. I can't wait to get the next big fight.
John Fury believed that a fight between Tyson and AJ would be a complete mismatch, and he stated, "I think in AJ's case, looking at his last performances, he's on a build-up mission for a big payday. They're trying to match him, tread where the grass is low, get fights he can win. Is it though? From what I'm seeing now, it would be a mismatch. No ill feeling to AJ at all. He's been a great champion. He inspired me and I've had great fun watching him, but he's not the fighter he was 3 years ago. When Andy Ruiz stopped him, it all went wrong from there." Even though Tyson has talked a lot against Anthony, he did admit that AJ was partially responsible for inspiring other British boxers. Tyson stated, "I think we've given them a lot to aim for with me and AJ. We've given them a lot of hope that it can be done. Because before I became world champion, Britain had only had maybe 6 or 5 world heavyweight champions throughout the history of boxing. All of a sudden, we had a few more of late, a lot of highly ranked world heavyweights. I think we've inspired a lot of people, and hopefully they can go on and continue to do well in the division." KSI actually thought that would be a good fight, but he saw AJ having the upper hand. KSI stated, "I think it'll be a good fight. Fury's gonna try and do his thing, keep him at range, or maybe even try and press him. I think it will be a fantastic fight, but I see AJ edging it." Todd Duboeuf believed that a fight between AJ and Tyson Fury would actually be one of the biggest in boxing. Todd stated, "I've always said that that is the fight. Both of them have great brands, huge fan bases, and fortunately both of them come from the UK. So it's wonderful to see that your country has been able to produce these incredible prize fighters. That fight is always there, and to me is the biggest heavyweight match in the world because of the personalities and the stories." Ricky Hatton thinks Tyson is at the top of his class, but if anyone is going to beat Tyson, Ricky thinks that AJ would be the one. Ricky stated, "I think Tyson is just too good in every department. No disrespect intended to AJ and what he's done. Olympic gold medalist, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. His legacy is cemented to a certain degree. This is the fight that they both need to have. AJ showed that he can be outboxed like he did against Usyk. When you think about it, Tyson is just a bigger Usyk. He's got the height, he's got the reach, he's got the ability. With AJ though, you don't just get an Olympic gold medal if you haven't got the boxing ability. He's also got punching power. If anybody's going to beat Tyson Fury, it will probably be Anthony Joshua." Anthony Joshua believes that Tyson actually needs him.
What about the F word, Fury?
Nah, like he's been a great champion. He's been entertaining for the public. I think he's given us a lot of entertaining commentary, a lot of entertaining fights with Deontay Wilder. So he's done well for himself. Well, I would say, remember, we've tried to make that fight twice, three times.
You had
the arbitration.
Yeah. That's 2
That was signed and sealed. I was actually in training for that, and then it fell through. And then we had this recent one where I just lost and he gave me a deadline. It's difficult. It's hard when you're putting and someone's trying to dictate you and put you under that amount of pressure. But it is what it is. I understand his frustration. He wanted to get out, but it was just like it wasn't time permitted. And I think now, I feel like there's no better time. I feel like now Fury, providing the Usyk fight doesn't happen and he doesn't fight anyone in between, I think he needs me.
Tyson Fury doesn't seem to have any respect for AJ though, and he had a new title for him. Tyson stated, "There's no Anthony Joshua to me. He's a gym sweeper who gets beat up. He's like an old journeyman now. If you're a decent heavyweight and want to beat up somebody, call him out. Nah, never gonna happen." Simon Jordan feels there's only one way for AJ to get the fight with Tyson Fury now. Simon stated, "It feels to me that this is a good day for boxing in terms of the unification fight that everyone says they want. The two best fighters in the world right now, we're getting what we wanted, but Anthony Joshua gets left in a vacuum because I'm pretty sure there is this ambition from Joshua to fight Fury. And if Fury were to win this fight, which I think he will, I think there's a distinct possibility that Fury will go, 'That's it, I'm done.' He could go, "I've beaten Wilder, I've beaten Usyk, who beat Joshua, I've beaten the man who beat the man, so what have I got to do besides throw you a bone?" AJ has had it with Tyson though, and he claims that he's just ducking him at this point. AJ stated, "I wish I could balance this because he's ducking. He's definitely a duck. Whether he's ducking me, not right now, but he's definitely a duck. That's facts. Like, you can't deny he's a duck." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.